morning again. Joe Biondo with Inbound Logistics here at Modex2026. Right now talking with AutoStore's Parth Joshi, CPO, and Keith White, CCO. Gentlemen, how are we today?
Doing great. Excited to talk to you.
Joe. Yeah, thanks for having us. Yeah, we really appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, so we wanted to look at a few things here. What is the single biggest pain point your customers are bringing to you today that they weren't necessarily bringing to you 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that fulfillment's really changed, right? It's really gone to be much more dynamic. Things are changing rapidly. The supply chain itself is challenging coming in, getting it to customers much faster. And so they're really looking for solutions that can help them really meet that customer satisfaction goal that they're after.
Yeah, I think the other thing they're bringing us is as they get more comfortable with automation, they're bringing new solutions they want to attack. So recent examples of us entering the multi-temperature space, or most recently case handling, are because customers have brought those problems and pain points to us.
So I know it's a little early in the day and we might not have had the opportunity to walk around the show floor too much.
Yeah.
But looking around the MODEX floor today, is there anything that you're seeing that would have been completely unthinkable just even 5 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, from my standpoint, there's a lot of the whole humanoid aspect of things that are happening, right? How can you take and automate without people, but with more of a human sort of touch feel? You see some of the robotics arm behind us. This is our Versa AI, new technology that I'll let Parth explain, but these types of things are not what people thought about 5 years ago, and so now it's standard today, and they can really get a lot more effectiveness and efficiency from their systems.
Yeah, I think robotic piece picking is an amazing new technology. We're super excited to have two product offerings there. The one behind me is Versa AI, where you could use a robot overnight to consolidate, buffer goods, and get orders ready to ship out whenever the company is ready. In addition, we're seeing a lot of good influx of AI into the space too, where we've made some great leaps also this past few months.
So what would you guys say is the biggest mistake you're seeing companies make as they're starting their digital transformation journey?
No, I think everyone's trying to figure out the right thing for their company. So I don't know if I'd say that there are mistakes that they're making, but I think oftentimes people are looking always at a dollar figure, and so what typically happens is what is your competition doing and what are your customers' expectations? And so as you take a look at those types of things, the nice thing about AutoStore is we have the ability to do all of those things in a very, very cost-effective way. Our payback is typically 18 months, and you're getting multi-million-dollar systems that can basically help every customer, the largest to the smallest.
Yeah, I think that's exactly well said. I think the key is just working together and see what we can solve for the customers, and that always helps better than trying to figure out alone. But what we announced at AutoStore a couple of years ago is that we wanted to go closer to what we consider a lights out warehouse. And so our vision at AutoStore is really that all warehouses in the future are fully lights out. And to do that, we don't think it's just a one-step process. It's a direction we need to take over a few years. And what we've announced over the last two releases, last fall and this spring, just 3 weeks ago, was a massive step towards that lighthouse warehousing system. And over the last year, we've outputted 12 new innovations to the market. So we're moving at a very, very fast pace in AutoStore and really coming out with more and more disruptive innovations. So what this is the highlights of 12 things we announced in 2025. What I'll show in the next few slides is what we announced just a month ago. So this was last year, and where it helped us is it helped us also target things outside the cube slightly and solving more process flows for the warehouse for our customers. And the big highlights on here that you can go see outside right after this was our entry into the case handling market. We already have the highest throughput and most dense automation solution for the warehouse, and now we've entered the case handling solution that you can see right after we finish up here. We also announced Flex Bins, and we announced Carousel AI, our first move into the robotic piece picking arena of warehouse automation. Along with that, we kept expanding our portfolio and going into new areas Like for example, our same cube now goes into multi-temperature, where we can attack the food and beverage and grocery segments very effectively with frozen and chilled environments. Along with that, many new enhancements and new softwares we also outputted. So as we look across that, instead of thinking about each thing as just a singular product, we're thinking about kind of end-to-end workflows. And so if you look at this slide, what it's really showing you is how 3 different products can come together to create a new workflow that never existed with our system. And so this one, you take AutoCase, Flex Bins, and Carousel AI, and what we're able to do is look at all the way from the input, case handling, to the buffering and consolidation of goods, all the way to the piece picking with the robots, where we have customers now using robots at night to pick orders, keep them ready, and when people come back in the morning, ship them out through their goods distribution network. And so this automation really helps through that end-to-end journey.
Remote warehousing.
So Jay, oh yeah, we have audio. So what the next thing will show, sorry, I'll go back up. The next video, what it will show is where we announced our new innovations this spring. So instead of me covering it, we made like a 2-minute video to kind of highlight what those innovations are.
Remote warehousing truly lights out. That question drives innovation at AutoStore. The answer takes automation that improves in real time, learning, adjusting, and optimizing continuously using live operational data. So we're redesigning how our software works at every level, building our stack from the ground up. Introducing KubeVerse, a unified cloud environment for AutoStore applications. It gives customers secure, future-ready software that's easy to upgrade and expand. For partners, it provides one connection point across AutoStore technologies, simplifying third-party integration and reducing complexity. At the core of this is AutoStore Intelligence, our purpose-built AI models, giving the system the ability to learn from and utilize data across our hardware and software offerings. These models absorb billions of data points from live operations, learn the patterns that drive performance, and refine decisions to maximize flow. AutoStore Intelligence is trained on something real, millions of hours of warehouse operations, countless simulations, actual performance data from systems around the globe, learning from real data to provide real outcomes. The result is a new standard for automation. Welcome to the next era of AutoStore, intelligent fulfillment. An evolution of our platform that enhances every step of the automation journey and powers a new generation of applications. Cube Studio. Collaborate to design, simulate, and validate your system within a cloud-based environment. Cube Control. Utilize the power of AutoStore Intelligence to personalize grid routing and maximize throughput. By analyzing millions of task patterns, AutoStore Intelligence identifies the optimal paths, creating dedicated robot highways that accelerate order delivery. Cube Analytics. Interpret signals and anticipate issues earlier, using AutoStore Intelligence to turn data into action. Versa AI enhances AutoStore system utilization and advances the lights out vision, building on the successful adoption of Carousel AI. With flexible installation at ground level or on a mezzanine, Versa AI integrates seamlessly into a wide range of layouts. Together, these innovations form a connected portfolio, spanning software and hardware to create intelligent fulfillment and move us closer to a future of true lights-out warehousing.
So I know there's a lot of information in there, so we'll kind of just go through the products very quickly. So we announced 6 new things, basically, is what the video highlighted. 2 are overarching software announcements that we made. First is a KubeVerse. It's our cloud platform that connects everything together and brings a new experience to our customers and powers all of our new products. The second is we added a layer within our platform called AutoStore Intelligence, which is our AI layer that's really built on real-world data. We have almost 100,000 robots in the world at almost 2,000 sites. We've taken that data over the last few years and built out an AI layer that really helps across many different areas. In addition to those 2 massive software announcements, we announced a new software called Cube Studio. A second one called Cube Control, which is also powered by AI. Then Cube Analytics, which is our data and analytics platform, also powered by AI. And then a new robotic piece picking solution, Versa AI. All 6 of these we can show you in the center and the side area, so you're up to speed on what they do. But quickly kind of running through them, the first thing we had to get right was our platform. So this platform is a fundamental new approach to software, and it works across the whole life cycle from what our customers use. So all the way from design to operation to the data analytics piece, this software goes through the whole end-to-end piece of that. And so it interconnects data, workflows, and apps through that. The second thing is a new AI layer that we've built in and that powers all the new stuff we're working on. This is based on tens of millions of hours of data, 100,000 robots, and it's not just AI as a buzzword, it's AI to solve things. So it leads to higher throughput, better reliability, and more uptime for our customers. In addition to those 2 software enhancements we made at the platform layer, we're outputting new applications also. And so the first piece of that is, if you look at it, you have to understand kind of our life cycle of a customer. And if you look at that, we have the design, operate, and optimize. In design, we announced a new app called Cube Studio. This is going to be used by our customers, our partners, and engineers to design our systems in real time. It shortens the pre-sale cycle, and it really helps bring a modern interface to the design, pricing, and simulation piece of our portfolio, which is very critical when you're designing a $10 million, $20 million automation system. So that's the first piece, and you can see some cool views here. I think Patrick and the team can send you all some of these videos if you need offline. The second piece of our system where we put in a lot of AI is the operation. With a system as complicated as ours, where you could have 1,000 robots moving around, the algorithms for routing the robots is critical. And so we've brought AI into this to analyze your specific site and better optimize your system for your specific use case as a customer. And so what we've done with this Cube Control is be able to do this with embedded AI that helps you analyze how your system is being used, what's happening to the robots, where are your peak times, when are your up times, those sort of things, and better optimize kind of the system. The last piece of the pie is our new robotic piece picking solution, and this one you can view live also outside. It's a really cutting edge robotic piece picking system, and I'll run a video that ties together what it does.
Meet Versa AI, designed and engineered to take your AutoStore further. Extending AutoStore's robotic picking capabilities to deliver more. First, more time. When people leave, work doesn't stop. Versa AI pre-picks and buffers orders during the night, so teams can focus on packing when the day starts. Less waiting, higher throughput, and greater flexibility when volumes change. Second, more space. Versa AI improves storage density by consolidating inventory. Items from partially filled bins are combined into single, fully utilized bins. Air is removed, capacity is maximized. And more productivity. Versa AI is designed natively for AutoStore. Time is spent picking, rather than transferring items from source to destination bins, compared to any custom designs. Versa AI. Get even more return from your AutoStore, day and night.
So that's our new robotic piece picking solution. So as you all know, if you've seen our systems, there's a lot of robots that automate a lot of things. What was missing was this last piece of order picking and consolidation, and now we've automated that piece also. And it's already running at a customer site, and we have numerous customers after logging that placing orders for this new system also. The last piece of the pie is our optimized phase of the customer lifecycle. That's after someone's already installed an AutoStore, there's a ton of data coming in, and we really wanted to automate that with AI. And so what we've released is something called Cube Analytics that brings AI into the mix for people to be able to see all of their data in a very easy way. And so what it does, it uses our tools, our systems, and gives direct access, the same as you would have on a consumer electronic product on your phone, for a whole system. It tells you issues, it tells you predictive maintenance, it tells you the data, and you're able to quickly root cause what's happening at your site. So this one is also just recently announced and launched, and a lot of positive feedback. And the benefit of this is it helps the customers themselves get better efficiency, better throughput, and better uptime out of their systems also. And so with that, as we bring kind of all those things together, you kind of have the whole vision of the lights out warehousing coming together. That's compounding over a number of releases, and the last 2 releases for us have been massive. So one key thing for us is we're moving to a cycle of big impactful release every 6 months, and this is our 3rd version of that, and this is a big one, as you saw, 6 things all coming together with a platform, with AI and robotic piece picking. And so we're super excited about where this journey is headed. And with that, you know, if you look at all this coming together, last year we announced auto case, so case handling, flex bins for case consolidation, buffering, consolidation, Carousel AI, our first robotic piece picking. This year we added on Verse AI for new robotic piece picking, and we've added on a cloud platform, AI intelligence layer to all of this, and writing new applications with Cube Studio, Cube Control, and Cube Analytics. So really cutting edge profile of our product mix just done here in the last 18 months. And so we're super excited about our journey, and there's a lot more coming. So that's the presentation side, and then we can kind of open it up for any questions or comments.